Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Aces High here, and today I'm bringing you guys some more Farming Simulator. We've been working hard on this field. We bought plot 56 in our series, we cultivated it, we fertilized it, we added some lime, and in the last episode we actually ended up seeding it. So, today, it's been a month, and weeds are starting to sprout. We don't want these weeds, we really don't. Weeds will drastically reduce the yield percentage that you get. As you can see, it's 80 to 90% where there's weeds. If I come over to a section where no weeds grew for some reason, still find that odd. I don't know why. It's 95%. So if we can get rid of these weeds, we can get a really good yield. That being said, there are a couple different ways of getting rid of weeds. So let me walk you through it. Go ahead and open up your store. The first thing we're going to look at is in the first, second, third, fourth row, fifth one over. It is the weeders underneath the tractor or underneath the trailer tab. So go ahead and open up weeders. If your weeds are in the first, or if your crops are in the first stage of growing, then you can get rid of small weeds using a weeder. Personally, I think these things are stupid. I think they're a waste of time and space. I understand you don't have to buy anything extra and they're really wide and quick to do, but they suck. If your crops are, basically, if you have small weeds, so if you don't have any medium or large, you can use this. And if your crops are in the initial state of growing, the first growing stage, so if they're just tiny little crops, then you can use it. Otherwise, you'll end up destroying your crops, or if it's medium or large weeds, it won't actually pull them out. So these things are okay. The nice thing is they're actually really cheap. I mean, 6 meters for $10,000 is pretty nice, all the way up to 15 meters, you know, and it takes almost nothing to pull. So, I mean, $45,000 isn't bad. It's really cheap. You never have to pay anything again for it. You don't have to fill it with anything because it just kind of drags these metal rods. Let me click on one and I'll show you. It drags these guys, these spikes, and just kind of removes the weeds as it goes. That being said, I personally think these are stupid and I never buy them. Now, let's move on to the one that most people do. Sprayers. So if you come on over here to sprayers, you can actually put herbicide in these sprayers. So, as we know, the little bottle with a leaf on it is fertilizer, liquid fertilizer. This one with an X that looks like poison or something is herbicide. It's gonna get rid of all of your weeds. So, here's an extra tank that you can stick on the front of your tractor if it has a front loader as extra storage space, an extra 1200 L for any of these sprayers. However, the sprayers don't cost very much, and I really like this last one. Either of these two, they're exactly the same. They're just different brands. Oh, I guess they're not quite the same. This one is 27 to 33 meters. This one's strictly 33. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just choose the last one. I don't mind spending 65,000 because I'm going to use the heck out of this. You can put narrow tires on it, but again, it doesn't matter for me because, oh, it costs extra for standard. Might as well just leave it narrow then. But it doesn't, really matter just because my tractor doesn't have narrow tires anyway. Again, the whole point of narrow tires is if you have crops that are in like the second stage of growth or something, and your tractor plus your equipment all have narrow tires, you can actually drive over your crops. You can drive through it. The idea is that this goes in between the lines basically without crushing your crops. But my tractor doesn't have narrow tires, so I don't really care. However, it costs more to put bigger tires on, so I'll leave it. All right, so what do we want for our license plate? This is an important part, man, I tell you. So we're going to put it on the back, and it's a fertilize. Oh, easy. I can't put fertilizer. I can put fertilize. That's okay. Fertilize it is. We'll stick it on the back. Always use the red because I just think it looks good. And there we go. There's my plate. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and grab that. This does hold 4,300 L of liquid fertilizer. So buy. Yes. Now we need to buy the liquid fertilizer for it. So if you come over here, liquid fertilizer is going to be, keep on saying fertilizer. Liquid herbicide is going to be in the pallets. So you got fertilizer and then you got herbicide. Easy as that. It doesn't matter which one of these two you choose. Again, I don't know why there's two different brands. Doesn't make any sense. but it holds 5,700, so almost 3 of them. I'm just going to go ahead and buy 3 so we can max them out. Unfortunately, the herbicide does not allow you to just click 3 over there. You have to click this 3 different times, which is honestly really annoying when you get into the big tanks full of fertilizer that you're trying to get. But there's all 3. Alright, so before we go and we fill up our fertilizer, let's take a look at this trailer section. So this trailer section does have one more type of herbicide. God, man, I am just falling apart today, I swear. Anytime that you guys hear fertilizer in this video, I swear to God, I mean herbicide. That being said, if you click on this tractor section and you scroll down to crop protection, you have some that are more end game, but they are amazing. This one costs $259,000, this one $489,000. Look how wide they get. 36 meters or 48.5 meters, and you drive it. It is a sprayer. You can put herbicide or fertilizer in both of them. They're both awesome, but I can't afford it right now because if I was to buy this, I don't know if I'd have enough money for a harvester and, you know, all the things that come with it. All right, so that being said, you know what? Was anything on sale? Whatever the heck this is. Oh, it's slurry. All right, nothing good. Let's go ahead and go pick up our... I almost said fertilizer. Our weeder. Our sprayer. That's the way to say it. So there it is. That's actually pretty big. It's bigger than I thought it would be, honestly. I don't think I've ever gotten a sprayer quite this big. Impressive. Let's go ahead and refill. It will not quite eat the third pallet because it won't quite empty the pallet all the way. There will still be a little bit left over, so I'll just leave it here at the shop so I can use it next time. And cut on in. There's 3,000, 35, and one more. This will fill it up to, oh, 4,300. I thought, well, it held 5,700. I guess I was mistaken. That was probably what the other one did. Interesting. Okay, no problem. This stuff does go pretty quick. Hopefully that's enough. I really don't quite remember how much it takes. What we're going to do is we're going to start at the spot I always like to start at. I can back up. Ooh, Jesus, I hate traffic in this game. And then we're going to go ahead and unfold our sprayer just like everything else. This one does have 2 folds, so yeah, it goes like that. And then it goes like that. As you can see, it is nice and wide. Am I going to clip that? I am. Let's turn and then cut in. Alright, so we're going to hit this at an angle to get started because it's so wide. So we can turn on sprayer. And it's just as easy as that. It's kind of hard to tell in this morning sun, but one of the easiest ways to tell where you've already sprayed is that the ground will actually be a little bit darker because it's wet. God, yeah, it's really hard to tell in this morning sun. But trust me, if you notice that, you'll notice it. I mean, straight up. Okay, turn it off, and we're going to adjust. One of the easiest ways to back up a trailer, by the way, is turn around backwards, and then whichever way you are pointing is which way, like whichever way you're turning when you're looking backwards is which way the trailer will turn. Easy as that. Yeah, see, you can see the difference. Oh, I guess it just because it erased the weeds. Interesting. Thought they were supposed to dry up and die. Alright, so grab this last little bit, and then we'll curve over so we can grab more of it. We don't want to go off, obviously. There we go, something like that. Only reason I'm doing this is I do need to move all my vehicles further away from my field because right now I can't turn around with them right there. It kind of sucks, but it's kind of how it is. Yeah, it looks like it's immediately killing them or make them wet. I'm not really sure, but you can easily see a line where I hit last. So that makes it easy. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fertilize the entire field, you guys. It looks like this 4,300 was more than enough, well more than enough. I'm going to be able to herbicide. I said fertilize again. I'm going to be able to weed several times. So let me go ahead and skip forward to there, and I'll check back in with you. Alright, you guys, welcome back. And this is the last little strip of weeding that we have here. As you can see, it's all disappeared. We're going to go ahead and turn it off, fold up the sprayer, and then let's drop it off in our line of cars. Oh no, I missed a line. I'll get that here real quick in just a second. But first off, let me disconnect it, hop out. As you can see, all the weeds are dead. They're the brown spots here. All the crops will kind of grow around that. And we are up to 85 to 89%. That makes sense. We're missing a few things. We have to roll. We have to push down stones. We have to mulch. I think they're each 5%. That would give us an even 100% bonus, but that's not bad. An extra 85, ooh, 90% in some spots. Bonus. So, hope you guys dug it. Next time that I see you, we will be ready to harvest. Well, if you have any questions or anything, leave them in the comments. And till next time, this is Aces High. I love y'all. And I'm out.